managed to take the lead, but unfortunately couldn't get in from the game. This can happen against these top nations. Credit to the team for getting to this group in the Nations League to play against these teams. And then last night against Portugal, I was at the game. We done some commentary for it for my play, and the performance was very good defensively, defending their final third and defending their box. John Suter was brilliant defending that box. Grant Hanley defended the box very well. And we did have a few chances. You could argue we probably had the better clear-cut chances in the game. McTominay should probably score. You'll be disappointed with that. You imagine that Che Adams was disappointed with his chance as well. We should probably score. So I think that Scotland probably, having not had a lot of possession, I think 25% possession or something, they created a few chances and were very unlucky with it. We could actually win the game. But a good defensive display in terms of blocking. And when they did press high, they pressed the final third, they caused Portugal problems. I'd like to see that a bit more and have a bit more of possession. But listen, a solid display all round, and they'll be happy to stop the kind of run of defeats. Listen, Steve Clarke's done a great job with Scotland. We're quick to forget how he got us to these major tournaments for the first time in a long time. So he deserves massive credit for that. Of course, when you get to these tournaments, you then come up against top opposition who've got there as well, and it becomes a bit more difficult. Now, you leave yourself wide open when you play against these teams to criticism, because you've got to that level, you're almost a victim of your own success. It's the same as getting in this division, and as I've touched on there, in the Nations League, you're in the top division, you're against these top teams, so it's going to be difficult. So I think he's been a victim of his own success. There's been a lot of injuries as well this campaign, and some key players missing, like John McGinn, and obviously Callum McGregor's retired. So yeah, it's I think that he's done a great job. There's no getting away from that, and I think he probably deserves maybe a bit more time. Potentially, but I've really been into the tactical side of the game since for the last maybe 6 or 7 years of my career. When you play in football games when you're younger, you don't even think of tactics. As you get older, you begin to, especially standing to the back when you're set at centre half or in midfield, you see everything round about you, and you start to understand what can make things easier for you in possession. People standing in certain areas, and out of possession, how can life be made easier, and how can you concede? Basically, how can you from the front defend to stop shots going in your goal, and then how from the back can you get the ball forward to create the best chances in the most controlled way. So you begin to understand it. So now that I'm doing commentary, I like to try and pass on that knowledge or that opinion. And I mean, I don't claim to be right in everything I say, or it's about opinions and how I feel, and I just try and give my opinions on how I see the game. Everybody has their opinions and how they see it, and that's what makes the game so good. It's a real hard one. I was talking about this last night. I don't know. Nobody really springs to mind, to be honest with you. I think that if he was to ever leave, I think that I would like to see a possession-based high press manager in there to see how Scotland would go. It's not been something Scotland have done for a long time. I think under Steve Clarke, there's been spells of possession because we have the players that play at top clubs that have possession. Scott McTominay was at Man United, he's now at Napoli. Billy Gilmore was at Brighton, he's now at Napoli. We'll get Andy Robertson, we'll get John McGinn, with Callum McGregor who was there. So we've got players that Ryan Christie that play in possession-based team at the top level of the game. So I would like to see a manager that comes in with that sort of philosophy, who wants to have possession. Similar to what Craig Bellamy doing right now at Wales. maybe not somebody that springs to mind that's got a lot of experience, but somebody who's very possession based and presses high and is a forward thinking sort of coach. It's a hard one. Listen, I also I just had a name there talking about the Scotland manager. I think somebody like Shaun Maloney would be a really good Scotland manager. He's worked under Roberto Martinez, Belgium, and I think that he's a real forward-thinking coach that likes to have possession. So somebody like that, I think, would be really good for Scotland. I think Ben Doak's one's exciting. It's exciting. Somebody that comes in, he could probably do that right wing job. So he's got a lot of pace and young, exciting player. I think he's the first 18-year-old to start back-to-back games since 1983 or something. Paul McStay, somebody said yesterday, so which I thought was really interesting. So it'd be nice to see him kind of step in and get a run of games. But he'll only excel under a manager that has a lot of possession and wants to play forward-thinking, attractive football and wants to press high, because last night was difficult for him. He spent a lot of time out of possession, and when he got it, he never had a lot of space, and never received it a lot of times on the last line in the final third. So